system is going to understand the way you're writing a codes. If you're writing something, how system is going to perform that particular task, correct? So they could be the example, if I can quote. So if I'm using data new input ID cards 24. Okay. So how these program is going to understood by a SAS. Okay. So we just wanted to know the process behind of this SAS programming. So let's say I am a new beginner. Instead of writing input, if I'm writing here, what will happen? So what is the way of that? Why we are doing it? Correct. We should know the questions answers. Now there is a concept called black box. Okay. And somewhere it says as PDV. So there's a concept called black box or a PDV. Okay. So when you look in a journal scenario, we go through the Excels. Okay. Now this is the block or where you have raw data, correct? You have raw data like this. 5, you have 8. So you have a raw data like this. But this raw data, you want it to be like this, where you say, I want ID and I want 4, 5, and 8. Correct? So how this raw data, which is into a normal unstructured data, is getting converted into a structured data. Correct? So while writing of a program, what we does, we give them instruction the way the SAS can understand. Our SAS already have the procedures written over there, and we need to go through according to that. So that if you write the program in such a way, so that we get this output, correct? Correct. So this is my outcome, which I'm just focusing it to get. So this is your outcome. Now the program which I am writing it, let's say for this program, for getting this output, I'll write the similar type of program called data new
Exiting narrator.
Okay, so we won't get into that. Okay, now my target is I'm writing this code, and below if my data is like this, so how I'll get this output? Correct. So now I need to create a instruction for them. So in each and every line there is an instruction. Okay. So if you look this, the way that day we talked when we were writing data new, data talks about you are going to create something.
Yeah.
So we are going to create as new data set. Correct. Now after creating of that, you are talking about input. So that day we are discussed input is to list out all the variables name. Correct. So ID is your variable name. So what I do now, so I'll create a variable called ID. Correct. So after creating a variable called ID, so this SAS is built to do analysis, stats analysis, correct? So we always have to work on only a numeric variables, not a character variables, correct? So what will happen? These are the numeric variables. So what will happen? there is a two type of identification. One, we can say char. We have two type of data types, char and numeric, correct?
Yeah.
So for a char, it should be blank, and for numeric, we should always keep a dot. Dot represent that you are about to read character, you are about to read numeric. Blank represent that you're about to read character.
Okay.
So what will happen? Now I'll fix my default PDV as dot now.
Okay.
Okay. And similar way, I'll give you the better example. Let's say you wanted to organize a function in your home. Let's say birthday function. So what will happen? First, before organizing any function, you'll keep the name of a function.
Yeah.
So let's say I keep the name of a function called birthday. But after thinking of the name of a function, we should have a space where we are going to create that particular function. Correct? So now let's say you have selected this space for creating a function. Correct? Birthday, then your function. Now you wanted to keep some install so that people should come and have their dinner or whatever it may be. Correct? So now what will happen? I'll keep few install over here. So let's say I'm keeping install call id. Okay, only id I have, and I'll keep one more variables I'm keeping to count how much is coming up.
Okay.
Correct? Now I created this. Okay, so I'll give the identification of that. I'll say this is for dot. It means I'm trying to read only numeric. I'm going to start with one number. Okay, I'm trying to read dot. I'm trying with one number. Okay, and my default line should not be 0. Correct?
Yeah.
So I created this PDV, which will help me to identify my data. Correct? Now this is your data. Now suppose you function you organize, you have kept only install call wedge install. Now you have lots of raw data. So now you are telling people come one by one. Correct?
Okay.
So now you have data in between or below also. That depends. Okay, now my data
Yeah.
looks like this. So I'm saying it, I should read a people one by one. So first thing, your one from here, which is in raw file, will go to this section 4.
Okay.
So it means it will go to here. Correct?
Okay.
When you say dot, so if it is numeric, I can read it.
Okay.
Correct? So
Right.
now
Right.
getting it. So this is going to be
Yeah.
read, and this is will be a first observation, and there will be a 0 error.
Zero. Error.
What will happen?
Okay.
This output will go to the output section over here called 4.
Okay.
Now this PD will again reset it first by 2. So you'll say
Okay.
I don't want to read first line, I want to read
Yeah.
second
Yeah.
line,
Yeah.
and this will
Yeah.
become your
Yeah.
dot.
Okay.
Now second observation will go as 5,
Sorry.
and this is for second. There's no error, and this 5 will go over here.
Oh.
Again it will be resetted. Then it will be your 3. I'll able to read 8. I'll be able to read 3 0. 8 will go over here. Correct? Now this
Yeah.
PD will become 4. Okay. Now this is your 0 because we don't have variables. So we'll
Yeah.
say to system that exit.
Okay.
So now I'll get this output.
Got it.
Getting it? So what is happening? First you need to create one PDV, okay, so that you can able to read whole bunch of observations. So this is called PDV, which I've created it. So now in nutshell, if you take close this. No, you won't get it here. Now also. Wait. In a nutshell, if you say you have first box, okay, where you are going to have your syntax checks.
Yeah.
So you're going to check your syntax, either syntax you wrote correct or not. Correct? Now after checks your syntax, you'll go to the next line. You'll say, where is my space where I'll write the program? Correct? So first you'll be typing it input buffer. Okay. Then we'll be typing out pdv, then desc portion, which says as descriptor portion. So what is all about this? Input buffer is an area, okay, we're going to execute the program. Just now we said we kept the name of a function called birthday. We look for a space, correct?
Yeah.
Where we're going to organize the function. We kept the stall called pdv. Now we kept the name of a stall. Let's say you kept the stall, but if you're not saying it, it's a veg or non-veg. Who will eat it? No one will eat. Correct. You need to identify. You need to tell them this is the veg and this is not non-veg. So descriptor portion talk about what is there inside, how much variable you're gonna read, what is the length of variables, what is the name of
Okay.
variables. All things will consist of this descriptor portion. Correct.
Okay.
Now after that, there is a section called input data. Now data will start reading from your raw file to here. So these are got created. First steps we check syntax. Second we created this. Now we are inserting a data. Correct.
Yeah.
So now data will come one by one. Getting it?
Yeah. Got it.
Now what will happen? Below will create decision making. Correct. And here we'll say the one sentence: is there any record to read? Yes or no. Why we saying this? Sometime what will happen? Now you have executed the program. Okay. Now input we went over here. We read first observation. Correct.
Yeah.
Then after first observation, below we'll be having one more box called output datasets. This is related to this. This is called your output. Correct. So if my program executed successfully, I'll get the output. Correct.
Yeah.
And this process will keep continue until the end of record. And there was a one more box over here which talks about when you get error.
Yeah.
Getting it? So if you have any error, my data is going to stored into output window with a wrong information, but their information which is going to saved as a wrong, that message will be published into your log window.
Okay.
Getting it? So this is your log. What will happen? Is there any record to read? Why we are keeping it? Each and every time I should ask it, so that if there is no record to read, we'll exit it. Otherwise, we'll keep
Yeah.
continue. My loop will be executing till end infinity. So we'll not able to stop it. For that only we are keeping a stop over here. Getting it? So I'll show you with the program how it works in a backend. Now this is the program, correct? Now if I'm going to execute, I'll get the output. So they're saying me the data set to two observation, one variable has got created. But what is the backend of this? So now I'll show you how to check the backend of this, how it's working.
Okay.
Now look at the backend. Same thing is happening which I said. Now my PDVs got created over here after checking of a program.
Yeah.
Now PDV is saying dot 0 as error, observation number 1. Correct?
Yeah.
Now my first
Yeah.
record is getting entered with 5.
Okay.
There's no error. 1.
Yeah.
I'll be getting
Yeah.
output directly. Now again,
Okay.
my PDV is getting resetted, where my number of count is getting resetted by 2.
2.
And this is dot. Now 2 is going to read, 6 is getting inside, then 3 is getting it. Okay, now row number is getting 3. There's no observation, I'll
3.
come out.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
So this is the backend of any programming if you wanted to know. Now let's say if I'm getting any error. Let's say instead of A, I have mentioned as, instead of 5, I mention A. Now see what will happen in backend. If you have any problem with your data. Now look at that, what happened. We have created the first PDV called dot, 0 and 1. Correct? Now we're trying to read the value. But where is the value? We are not able to read. They are saying it as per rules. We were not able to read this value because they are not able to find out the value where is available. Getting it? So now if I make it
So
big,
it will read only 6, basically.
huh?
Okay.
So they tried to went into the first observation, but they said I have a value of A. They're showing you, na? You are provided me a
Yeah.
value of A. How could I be able to read this A?
Yeah, right.
So they're saying you are getting a value with dot. You're getting the output, but you will be getting a wrong output. See, you're getting the output dot and 6.
Yeah.
Now
Right. Okay,
dot
got
means
me.
they are saying
That
I'm
means
trying to
number.
read, but I am not able to get this data.
Okay, got it.
Getting it? So this is a backend of any PDV when you talk about that. Got it? So when you wanted to check, you can check like that. If something is missing here, that is called syntax error. Let's say if I'm executing now, what will happen? Log is closed. Okay. You know, if you go below, they're saying here I missed keeping semicolon. What happened? Cannot use all variable name. Now it interpreting with something others. So let's say if I remove all two, let's say what is error they are providing me. I'll remove this. Now see the backend. What is saying? The statement is not valid or it is not out. It is used out of order. The way of writing a program, you are not writing in a particular way. So there is a problem. So you have to go and check the line before. See where it is stopping you as underscore, na? After before that only you have to check. So you have to check
Okay.
after one semicolon. You will be finding there is error. So sometime you will get the
Oh.
suggestion, sometime you won't get the suggestion. So let's say sometime you will get the suggestion, I guess. Now they are giving you a suggestion now. Now what is happening? Earlier we were not getting a suggestion. There is a syntax error. They are telling it here is a syntax error. Correct. And now they are telling you there could be this miss. Expecting one of the following. So what you can do? You can look at this suggestion. So I feel I missed semicolon.
Okay, error 22. How do I interpret from this? Error 22, 322, where is the error? I'm not able to connect it now.
So this is the 9 number they are saying you. This indicating over here. You don't have to worry about that. Number they are saying you over here it's written.
So 22 is the line number.
Yeah. So from there,
Okay.
that could be that could be error code.
Okay.
So now they itself showing you the error code. So now you have to go to the particular section only. You need to encode this.
And how do I identify that which section is SAS pointing out towards by reading the error? So how
See,
do I
now it's showing you underscore over here. So first could be the reason is this. Second could be reason is this. They are giving you two type of error. If you solve first one, then maybe this is going to be solved.
Oh,
So first
okay.
you try to solve this, then there will be problem with this. So I have to look at for this. Before this, there will be a mismatch. So what I'll do, I'll go and put it over there as a semicolon. I'll able to access it. Now program is working fine now.
Yeah, but it will still point towards the error in the sense that A is not an event, right?
Now still A is in my character only. I need to convert into 5.
Yeah.
Now if I'm trying it, I'll get this output. Correct? There's no problem. So PDV is very, very important. So read it very carefully. Okay. So that's why I said if you go inside, now this is the general way of writing programming that we have checked, correct?
Yeah, yeah.
Uh, so we'll talk about title and footnote now, but we'll go to the input statement called PDV or black box, and we'll have a look again back. Okay. Now same thing over here they are talking it. Now SAS recognize the keyword called data, correct, and understand that's a need of a processing of data steps. Clearly mentioned when you're using the keyword have a specific meaning inside of a SAS. Now in file we use somewhere to call the data from external sources, and there's an input buffer which we used, correct?
That will place the data.
Yeah. So where it plays the each record of the as it is read from an input file. So which is called input file is nothing but your raw file, correct? So it it then read each line of a program, checks the invalid syntax, and determine the name of a variables in the dataset.
Yeah.
Getting it?
Yeah.
And there is an information called descriptor portion, which need
Yeah.
to be
There.
fixed. Yeah, according to that we should read it.
Mhm.
And there is a 4 variable and input variables. So now if you go back, go here, you will get this PDV section defined. Now first we created this PDV section,
Mhm.
and basic default value for a PDV is 8 byte.
Okay.
Okay. Now we have created and we have already defined what type of variable is this, numeric. So below is there. Now I'm going to read first value. We are going to assign the missing value for all. We know gender should be blank as I wanted to read that character.
Yeah.
So SAS automatically once you put the dollar symbol while declaring of input variables, if
Yeah.
you're
Yeah. It will assume it's a
uh,
character.
yeah, it's a character. If I'm keeping over here, so my PDV will have a blank option
Okay.
because I'm trying to read character.
Okay. Okay. Right. 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 Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah. Got it.
numeric for a number. These all numbers they have defined. So now what will happen?
So PDV is that dot. So you mentioned when you were explaining the Excel files, you mentioned that it will be either a dot or a space. So PDV, so the program data vector is that dot and space thing, right?
PDV is something we create to which we create to help them ourselves. Now in recent scenario I said, na, in function which you are creating it. Now you're creating a,
Yeah.
let's say you're creating a 5 stall, one for veg, non-veg, ice cream or something.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
And
Yeah.
what type of food you are keeping it? You are keeping a one paper something written over there, correct? This is for non-veg for masala kurma or something kurma you're keeping it.
Yeah.
Why
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
keep?
Okay.
So that people will get to know and they'll read according to that, correct?
Okay.
So you are identifying it. Now my here identification is space and dot. So if
Okay.
a dot is there, I can read all type of numeric. If space, I can read character. So I can read character and numeric as well as in character. But in numeric, I can read only numbers.
Okay.
Getting it?
Yeah.
So same thing happening here. You have to read this. I just go through the overview. but you have to read it and come with a question again back if you have it in this section.
Okay.
Okay.
So will the exam have any questions around this?
PDB will be there.
Okay. So
So we'll be getting a PDB questions.
and what can be the sort of the nature of question?
Yeah, I'm not getting it.
So what would be the nature of question? So will they give a program and tell us which stage where is the error or something?
So what will happen? They'll give you a number of rows, okay, and the program which will return it, and they'll ask you where error will occur.
Okay.
Okay, they'll give you the boxes. You have to write the number of particular number of rows. You have to write it. How many rows is going to affect it by the PDB?
Okay.
And
Okay.
I have showed you this 0 1 concept now.
Mm-hmm.
This error.
Yeah.
There will be a concept only called 0 and 1. So 1 means true
Okay.
and 0 means false. Remember it.
Okay.
Okay. When you're getting 0, it means there is no error.
Okay.
Sorry. FAL.
False means no error.
No error. Oh, sorry. You have to make it as 1 for this. Okay. So false means there is no error happening. It.
Okay.
Okay. And this is true something where the error is happening. It. So if you're getting 1, there is error. So ideally you should not go with this. Leave it that concept. You can go with this concept where you use it. Earlier you studied in computer science might be 1 for what and 0 for what. So 1 for true and 0 for false. We knew that, but here when you are
Yeah.
getting a 1 and it is not going to count how many errors is there. We are only
Okay.
we are only saying it the particular line have error or not.
Okay.
Let's say in a particular line you are trying to read 10 variables value. So it means they are not going to say you 3 variables. I am not able to read it. Let's say the example which saying na here. So we have how many variables we have, and one at a time. I want to read gender, age, height, weight, and BMI. Correct. If I have a error while reading of this age, gender, and height, I won't say error is 3. I'll say error or not error. So I'll say 1 is error is there in light. I should go and check the lines and rectify it.
But in the log window, I will get prompts or some indication as to
Yeah.
in which all lines.
Yeah, which all lines? See here, I shared you know.
And when you are saying 1 and 0, so you're talking about.
See this here. See here. You have 1.
Okay.
Remember it?
Yeah, error is
Yes.
1. Yeah.
1. So A, I was not able to read it. I'm giving you 1 as error.
Okay.
And this is for line number 1. So line number 1,
Okay.
you have an error. You have to go and check back again.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Got it?
Yeah.
So this
So if
could.
there are 2 errors, then the error would be 1 only or 2
Ah,
in the log window.
we are not going to count the error. We are going to tell error is there
Okay.
in line or not. Nothing else.
Okay.
Because
Okay. Got it.
when you go to interview related to this any job, they'll be asking a PDB concept in deep. If you know PDB in deep, then you can work very smoothly. Then you're able to
Yeah.
know where is the error happening it, why it is happening, what is the reason, how to rectify it. Because generally I won't look for data set. My only habit is to look log. I'll check my log
Okay.
first. Is there any red color or not? If there red color, I'll be worried about that. I need to rectify red color. I won't go directly and look the data set. I know if there is no error here, my data set will be created.
Okay. So there is no red color. So what do you say? What do you
No,
mean
red
by
color
red
means
color?
the syntax error.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Getting it? Sometime if you
yeah.
open your data set and you're trying to modify it, let's say I have this data set and I'm trying to run query again this one. What will happen? See what is saying it. You cannot open the work.new for output member level control because work already in use. I already opened it. So by looking at a message, you need to. I seen many people in my company. They'll open this data set and keep on working it, and they'll say, "Sir, I'm getting error." I said, "There is no error. You should close and run, because you are going to do some modification on existing data set.
Yeah, right.
So if you open and trying to modify it, it won't change, na?
Yeah, right. So I should close the output window or the log window.
Then you are able to change it.
I should close both.
Either you can create one more. So
Yeah, we can create
there will be no effect.
new one.
You'll able to create.
Okay, okay. Yeah, right.
So instead of that, you can do this thing. So there will be
Yeah,
no effect on that. Getting it? PDV.
yeah.
Okay. So here we are when we talk about title and footnote, correct? So title and footnote, you can have a look while using a Word file. So in a Word file, you have header and footer, correct?
Mm-hmm.
This is the part, and below is the part,
Mm-hmm.
correct? You have header and footer, correct? Same thing, we have title and footnote. So we says as there as title, whatever you wanted to write, because we are using programming language, correct? And below is called footnote. Getting it? So because when you are getting your output, that output will be there in pages, correct? If you want a heading on particular page, you can use title. If you want a below things to be appeared, which is called footnote or a footer, then you can write it as a footnote. So what will happen? Footnote will publish your data to below line, and title will publish whatever you written at top line.
Okay.
Correct? And you have a permission to use only 10 title. More than 10 title, it's not going to execute over here.
No, I didn't get this 10.
Title in the sense, this line I'm telling you.
So in one program, there cannot be more than 10 titles. This is what you mean.
No, for one page.
Okay, for one page. Okay.
One page. See, if you're keeping whole page as only title, what will happen? Where you'll keep your data again?
Okay.
There will be a restriction for your sizes. So 10. So for keeping a title, you can keep like this. Now what I will do? I'll copy this. I'll try to show it over there. Now I wanted to keep the title. So I should keep 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Correct. Now see. 5, 6, 7. Same applies for your footnote too.
Okay.
8, 9, 10. So now if I'm going to execute, if I'm going to run any output query, proc print new 3, correct? And I wanted to look for data set. What will happen? See, I'm just running this query. Getting it? So you have 10 title in tops. So this is generally used into Access and or not ICC Bank. They use to generate the payslip by with the help of this. First line they'll keep number of working days. Now number of working days with their amount. So what will happen? They'll show the number of working days with amount too. Third line they could be using for month of May. Fourth line they could be using for employee number.
Okay.
So 10 is a limit. Okay.
So if one page I have to print, say, 3 titles, so I need to write title 1 and then the message.
2, then 3.
Okay. So can it? So, okay. So if I don't write type 2 and I write type, so basically the content of the title is same. So will SAS be concerned about, so the type content of the title is different, so I cannot be, so it will be okay if I don't write the word 2 in front of title 2.
No, so you have to write 2 also. SAS is not
Okay,
going to
okay, okay.
understand. You have to identify it what you want to do it. Now what will happen if I'm going
Oh,
to run this? I'm going to
okay,
get only 3.
okay, good, got it.
But there is one more problem. If you see, if I am writing this again below, what will happen? See, so these type of question you'll get. I have a question like this.
Okay,
Now how many title I'll get? Can you guess?
3 titles only. First 3, I believe,
Okay,
and then right.
I'll get only 1.
Okay.
See,
Oh,
why? You know, the current session, what is there? So you are saying it, I wanted to execute title 1, 2, 3, and now you're saying no, no, no. I wanted to execute only title, nothing else I want.
okay.
So you are nullify that above 1. Getting it? So be careful. You will getting question like that. Sometimes they'll put in question like this also. So let's say this, and they're saying this. So how many you'll get, and what you'll get? If I'm writing like this,
Mm-hmm.
so how many title I'll get?
The last title 2, 4, 4, 4.
2. So
Okay.
which
Yes,
is
yes, yes.
this is there, and this is going to be replaced by your 444.
Yeah. And 3 will also be displayed.
No, 3 will not, because you are not giving
3 will
instruction
not.
for 3. You itself
Okay.
not giving instruction, na? See,
Yeah, yeah.
instruction is not
But,
given.
but there are 2 titles, right?
See, title is, see, first line, see, SAS or any programming look for your current line. So if you
Okay.
executed this, it's got executed and they have published it. Now suddenly you're
Okay.
telling it to look for this. They again
Mm-hmm.
executed this. Then you look for
Mm-hmm.
this. So you got 3 title, correct?
Yeah.
Now the question is, after 3 title, you are telling it I wanted to view up to 2 title. For that only you wrote 2 title, na? So
Mm-hmm.
now what will happen after title 3? You are not providing any instruction now.
Mm-hmm.
You are going to restrict that till 2 title you need to publish. If you want to include
Okay. Okay.
third, then you have to include below.
Okay. Okay.
Getting it?
Yeah.
And if you want to nullify this title, simply you can use this and you can execute it. There will be no title. Okay.
Okay. Got it.
Same is happening for your footnote. Footnote, it will be for below. Let's say I'll use for footnote. Getting it? So we are getting this output below. Wait, this one not. Getting it? This is the output
Mm-hmm.
which is below.
Yeah.
So for good designing purpose, you can use this output. So that was a title and footnote. And one more keyword is there, options. So SAS is having a default option set earlier. Correct. If you wanted to modify, you can modify as per your choice. No date. I just, example, I don't want date for each and every program. So what I'll do over here, I'll run this no data function. So now if you have executed this, you would have get this output correct as date. If I execute this, let's go to tool, preferences, result. correct? We are getting this date, correct? Let's say I don't want date to be published. So simply I can go and say no date. If I'm going to execute now, see, there is no date. So it depends the way you output, the way you out, the output you wanted. Okay. I think, okay, sure. Now, if you go to this, you have same concepts written for title and footnote, correct? This blue in details you have to study again back. So frequency you skip, okay, frequency have a particular chapter. You skip this frequency, we'll have the session on particular chapter 2, and means already have in particular chapter 2. Now we have no center options, this you can skip. Okay, so this is something while creating a new variables. Okay, so while writing a program, you can create the new variables by declaring by assignment operator. So here what we use, assignment operator. The same thing you can do it over here. Let's say if I wanted to create something called total. If I'm saying is total is equal to ID into 5. So if I'm going to execute this, I'll get the result where I'll be having a total. So with the help of assignment operator, you can create the total what, correct?
Yeah.
Which is used over here. So generally this is useful again. So now this is the main option while doing any calculation. BODMAS rule. Correct. So whenever you're using any bigger calculation, because in financial we always use calculations, but be sure of that which is going to release first or which have first priority to clear it. That is a BODMAS rule. Bracket, your off, D for division, M for multiplications. Correct. BODMAS rule, correct na? So same thing is happening here when you're using minus sign. This is going minus negation sign, which is going to release first. Then highest priorities of exponential form when you have 2 square, that is going to release first calculation. Then division goes to third calculation, multiplication, or this. Getting it? So you should remember it while doing calculation. What will happen if you are not sure about that? What will happen? You thought like I'll be getting 2 plus 2 something or something is written. So or will be releasing later where division is going to release first, let's say. But you're thinking no, my addition will work first, then division will work. Getting it? So in this case, we should always see. That's why the case is written over here. See, the following assignment is equal to 14, and you can write in such a way like that. Sometime if you wanted to release this will calculation will happen first, then your multiplication, then your negation, then your multiplication will happen. Getting it?
Yeah.
So be sure while writing a program. And this is something, the calculation which we have to do. Correct. So this is called comments. So what will happen in a program window, whatever you're writing it, that will become the part of a program. If I'm writing it, this program is my first. Because why I'm keeping comment, and later after 1 month, 2 months, if I wanted to review my code again back, if I'm not written for what purpose I'm using this code, I'll get confused.
Yeah, exactly.
Correct. And whatever we are writing into the program window, that's a part of a program. If you comment it, that won't become a part of a program. You can use by slashes and stars, or directly if you use any existing line, if you include star, this will become comment. Okay. Now this all talks about that. So you can do one things. If you have time, you read it properly for 1 or 2 hours.
Yeah, I will do it. Yeah.
If you have evening time today, again, if you wanted to connect, have doubts, you can
Sure.
give me the ping. Okay, I'll connect it again back.
Sure.
Okay.
I'll also look for some YouTube videos on this.
Yeah. Clear the concept of till PDV. Then we'll go ahead with next
So
chapter. Yeah.
what should I mention to look for this concept of YouTube? PDB.
PDV, Program Data Vector.
Okay.
Okay. And try to complete this second chapter assignment. Okay.
Okay. Sure.
Okay. Then I'll catch you today or tomorrow. It depends upon you.
Yeah. Sure.
Okay. And just tell me the time for tomorrow. Okay.
Yeah. So tomorrow morning time would be it will work.
Okay. Then tomorrow we'll keep long hours. Okay. For a
Yeah.
2 hours
Sure.
classes. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay then. Thank you.
Sure. Thank you so much.
Bye.